Hey guys, this is OddOneGaming. This is going to be another Dragonheir SilentGods video. In today's video, we're going to be doing some testing against the Chief Challenge of Rook from Season 4, where we have to use radiant damage. So, I already have released a video where I pretty much showed the damage that Aura can do, and for those who did not watch it, I'm going to pin it at the end, I guess. But the damage results were not as impressive, right? It was a little bit underwhelming. I expected to see a little bit more, considering that I was using, against that fight, I was using Leda, the exclusive legendary from Aura, right? I was using her with her exclusive artifact, and still the damage numbers were not as good. So this time around, I'm trying to use different strategy. I'm trying to go with Rally and see how much it does. And I'm pretty much using something that I have on my account, what is going to be Filto as the main damage dealer, plus Welby, Laurentiel as the booster, Rose as the decrease attack, and then Ardress. And I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't look as good either. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't look as good either. I tried to just leave it go full auto, see how the results are gonna look, and again, it seems like it's pretty tough. It's pretty tough to do really good damage against the Rook boss as well, because I don't know, I'm not managing to ramp up the damage numbers. Okay, so I did try to do some manualing. I did try to leave it full auto. At the end of the day, the goal is to try and get it to be full auto, but at the same time, do keep in mind that the Chief Challenge fights are once a week. Okay, so because they're once a week, you might be able to manual those whenever you have the time, and then try to get your best damage possible against this one. But even like that, it is pretty difficult. It is pretty difficult. Like, I tried, maybe I could squeeze in like 10 million more damages. I don't know, maybe I'm missing something, or maybe it's just the fact that that Rally is just not the best against as a single target damage dealer. You can see on auto, like, I even had my Rose already die, and that makes it a little bit difficult. Because, well, maybe she's not built tanky enough. Maybe I need to swap this from attack percent to a defense percent. You know, let me just do that so I can try and keep her alive. And maybe that's gonna help me out to make Rose survive more. But even like that, it is pretty tough. It's pretty tough to be able to do this fight all the way, and it's obviously becomes a little bit complicated when you're trying to be efficient, or when you're trying to be lazy, not necessarily efficient, right? Because most of the time for these games, when there's so much to do, I personally as well just try to leave it on full auto and do what I can with that. But again, keeping in mind that the Chief Challenges are something that you only have to do once a week, you might have to change the tactic, right? You might just have to go ahead and be like, you know what, I'm not gonna do it on full auto, I'm just gonna manual it a little bit and then go from there. So I guess another thing that I can do is, like, let me just sort this one out. Let me just try and give her some more accuracy with some more survivability. Then maybe that way she's gonna do more. It seems like I just cannot roll the accuracy. Okay, double accuracy, this should be fine, but still need a little bit more accuracy, right? Still need a bit more accuracy, because you want her to be close to like that 230, because you get 50 from the affinity solvent, right from the, no, affinity solvent, is it? Yeah, from the affinity solvent, more specifically the psychic core. And you can try and get yourself the extra bonus from that. Okay, so by having that one leveled up, you're going to get yourself around another 50, right? You're gonna get yourself another 50 accuracy. So getting to the point of like 230 plus the 50 is gonna help you hit that threshold that you're looking for, and the threshold being the 280. Okay, so I was just, like, explaining this while I'm trying to look and trying to make this work with hopefully something gives me more accuracy. Okay, this one. Okay, so we're gonna run it again on full auto, see how this one goes. But again, it's a bit it's tricky. It's tricky. I was expecting some bigger damage numbers, considering that I have pretty decent builds on my Welby, decent build on my Filto. It's just, I guess, the timings and the damage cap. There's a damage cap that we don't really seem to be able to pass. Like, I've not been able to go more over the 70 million, which it's worrisome, but at the same time, I guess it is what it is, right? I guess maybe worrisome is not the right word. It's just disappointing. I guess it just shows the power of having some other exclusive legendaries. Like, as an example, for those of you that haven't seen my videos, the Rook one, for example, with Rook, I'm doing like 400 plus million on the Chief Challenges. Then when we're talking of like Shadow, for example, with Ozul, with Ozul team, I'm doing like around close to 200 million. So, you know, the threshold, the cap is a little bit higher. And then trying to do something like this, it's tough. Like, I cannot imagine people that don't have somebody like Filto, which was one of the best damage dealers, right? There's Filto, there's Huberg, and there's obviously the exclusive in, what's his name? Telendor? Is it Telendor or did I just miss? I think it's Telendor, right? This has the exclusive artifact. Again, you see 4 minutes, I died at 54 million mark. So I guess that the way that you can try and do it is because it's tricky a little bit with the way that Laurentiel does the ultimate, is you can just pretty much try to manual the whole fight. Always trying to have attack penalty before the boss's ultimate, that's kind of like the main goal. But at the same time, maybe try to land it before the boss does this battle skill. Then you pop Laurentiel. Then you would pop your 2 rally people, and then you would just rinse and repeat pretty much. Maybe you let Welby go again because he comes back to it pretty fast. And then you would stop stop Filto so he doesn't do it again. But it's a bit tricky. I guess one thing you could do is you can do this, and then you can just do one extra ultimate in between, because of the way that Laurentiel's ultimate works. It's pretty much he... what's it called? He boosts the ultimate energy as well, and by doing that, he kind of allows you to do a little bit faster rotations. Now I'm just waiting for the defense penalty to land from Ardreth, and then I go again, and then I guess pretty much you go and do the damage. I'm gonna run this full run on manual, and then I'm gonna come back towards the end to show the damage that I dealt, because I don't want to keep you through all of this. So I guess see you in a bit. So yeah, we're back, and as you can see, I barely hit like, what, 67 million even on manual, so it's not that good, unfortunately, and Laurentiel kind of died with 1 more minute to go. So I guess this one's not as easy as well. Let me just quickly show you, I guess, the builds. So in order to try and mix it up, I built Ardreth with accuracy and Witch's Remains, and also with Ancestral Protection. The reason why I did that is because she has a faster recharge time on the ultimate compared to Rose, so that I can at least try and have the defense penalty on as much as possible from Ardreth. Then when we're talking about Rose, she has the Solar King's Horn, so you can boost her damage every time she heals with her ultimate. She's wearing the Cyril's Whisper, because obviously she's the debuffer, and Mona Lisa's Blessing with Enlightenment, and then obviously an Ardreth with defense %. Then we're talking Laurentiel, he's wearing the Chest of Radiance, and then I gave him a damage set, a Mysterious Whisper. Maybe this one I should try and give him a little bit more survivability, for example, so he doesn't die early because he didn't bring a ton of damage. Then Welby, I gave him Revatrix's Roots, Crude Ray Glove in the Strike Them Prepared, plus the Shade of Death with not insanely good stats, right? There's like the crit damage is extremely low. The ideal one would be to go crit damage over here and get crit rate from other stats, but I try to make it a little bit more relatable and pretty much show like I have on my main account, because I have no crit damage glove on my main account. And then the best built one is obviously going to be Filto. He's running Poison of Swamp, which is obviously going to be the best one for him. Again, Crude Ray Glove over here, which I would prefer to go crit damage, but yet again, I don't have it on my main account, so I kind of want to test and show you guys and kind of look like what I'm going to do on my live server. So I just gave in the crit rate one. You pretty much only need 70% crit rate because of this. And same principle, Shade of Death as the artifact set. But you see that it didn't actually work that well with this one. It was a bit hard. Now, I'm going to show you a different variation quickly, but this might not be as relatable because how many people actually have, what's the name? How many people actually have Mithrasia? But if I'm not mistaken, with Mithrasia I actually survived a little bit better, right? So there's the variation that I can use with Mithrasia, and then in this variation we're gonna have Witch's Remains back on Rose, which is kind of what makes sense, okay? And then we're gonna go with an Enlightenment over here, and then pretty much same thing. We have overkill on the accuracy. Honestly, I could lower some of the accuracy, but just for the sake of this one, I'm gonna leave it as it is, and I'm just gonna show you how this one works pretty fast. The reason why this one's interesting is because, well, in this variation, the healing that we get from Mithrasia on the battle skill helps a lot more. But there was a different what's it called? There was a different way that I had them placed. I think this was the right way. It's basically, you also have to find the right way where you place them, so that when Rook does the ultimate, you don't want everybody to be hit. You just want your kind of like tankier people to be hit. So in my case would be Rose, would be Laurentiel and then Mithrasia, obviously. Oh yeah, I should maybe unlock everybody else's stuff, but this is the wrong positioning. Obviously, it's not the best positioning. So I guess I think it was something like Laurentiel over here, because then that way, no, I think Laurentiel was over here like this, and then he was like that. Let's see, no, I get too many hits. I guess give me a second. Let me just try to find the right position, and I can show you which it is. So see you in a sec. Okay, so the correct positioning is like this. That way, when Rook does the ultimate, he's only gonna attack these three, and pretty much your squishy tanks should be safe from being hit. And then also, if I'm not mistaken, when Rook does his battle skill, it should focus the front line. See, it focuses your tankier ones, which is Mithrasia, and then obviously Rose as well. So the reason why I have it like this is even though I do have an Awakening one because it's on the test server, an Inspired one, Mithrasia. Normally, when she's not Inspired, she has kind of like a rectangular range on her battle skill, which covers pretty much everybody, like 2 slots away from her, diagonally and everything. And this is like the best spot where she is covering everybody with that heal, which obviously is going to have her boost the damage of everybody. You see those 3 stacks from her battle skill, from the recovery over time with the Solar King's Horn. But even like this, I think with this one I actually managed to get like 75 million when I was manualing. But even like this, if the attack penalty, like if you leave it on auto, if the attack penalty from Rose does not land towards the end, when the boss is doing the ultimate, you pretty much start getting one shot, okay? Mithrasia does help a little bit more because she has that passive where she can keep people alive. However, you know what? You cannot rely on that all the time because that one only saves one hero. You saw that, like, you know, even like that, we just get one shot. Without the attack penalty, it's like most of the team gets one shot. It becomes difficult, and you see we die. But I don't know, it doesn't look too good. Let me know in the comments down below if you tried different teams with different heroes and what damage did you do. But for me, this one's looking scary, and I'm not looking forward to building it because, well, I was trying to compete, and this doesn't look like it gives me a good fighting chance in order to compete. But anyway, this is gonna be it for today, guys. Thank you all for watching. As always, if you do enjoy my content, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel to see when I upload next, and I'm gonna see you on the next one. Peace, love, take care, everyone. Bye, guys.